gets better. Woohoo! I am super excited for this video, guys. I've been wanting to make a series where I kind of show you guys what I've learned over the past couple of years doing YouTube. I don't know anyone else around my area who is doing the same kind of thing as me, especially when I started. So it was kind of hard to just like sit down and be like, I have to figure all this out myself by watching other people and with the internet, and that is all that I have to work with. Nobody's gonna come over and show me exactly how to do this. I've got to do the work and put the time and effort in to learn to do this well. So that's kind of, I still want you to work hard because that's important, but I also want to help you get straight to the point. I want you to be able to have all the resources at hand so that you can put your best foot forward and start making higher quality videos. So today's topic is music, and I'm super excited because this one is a big deal and really difficult for a lot of people to like get a grasp on. I know for me, I've learned big lessons in the music section of YouTube. So we're gonna go over that today, and I'm super excited to share my wisdom with you guys. So let's get into it. The first thing we're going to go over is copyright and how that works and what that involves and what it does to the videos that end up getting copyrighted. The first example I'm going to give you is my prom get ready with me video. That was a super fun video. I used the trap remix of Lollipop by the Cordettes, I think that's their name. That got copyrighted, so because it got copyrighted, I can't make any money off of that video. If you go to YouTube Studio and you look at the video, if it has like a money sign with a black slash through it, you know that it's ineligible for making money, and that means that all of the money that's made off of that video is going to go to the person who owns the song. So in that case, even though it was a trap remix, it goes to the Corda. The other thing that might happen to you, and this is what happened to me with my most viewed video on my channel, I got copyrighted for the song that I was using, and it was a trap remix of Shaboom, and I thought they were mistaken. I disputed it, which means you can pretty much say, I think you've been mistaken on copywriting me for this, and it takes a month for them to get back to you, and they can either say yes, we were wrong, or no, we weren't, and then the copyright will either be taken off of your video or it'll stay on. The link in the description was different from the song I used, so I'm like, oh, they're totally wrong. They weren't wrong. Long story short, up until probably a week ago, I made zero off of my 4 million viewed video. Yeah, it stings. It's like I could have made a lot of money off of that. Because I didn't change it, that is what happened. Anyway, I went back and apparently they changed it to sharing, which means that you are going to share the revenue with the copyright holder. So I'm doing that now. I've made, I think, about like $25 off of it, but that's still like drastically not equivalent to how many views it's gotten. So definitely, if you get copyrighted on a song, go and change it. Do not be like, oh, it's fine. Like, you never know if that's a video that's gonna blow up. Something that I have never heard anyone talk about is if you go in the description of a video and it has music in this video and then like a song and all the people who hold the rights to it, I was always like, how do I get that in my description? Why does like Hannah Maloche and like all these cool people, like why do they have that in their description and I don't? Like, I want that. You do not want that. That means that it's copyrighted. I figured that out. I was like, oh my gosh, this is not a good thing. If it says music in this video, don't use the song, don't do it. Don't use anything like that, because you know that you will probably also get copyrighted for using that music. So one thing that I sometimes like have to figure out, for example, I just uploaded a morning routine the other day. In that video, I am like singing to Tarzan music. And I was kind of worried. I'm like, this is, I mean, it's copyrighted music, but I'm using small portions of it, but I'm not sure if they're like small enough that it still won't get copyrighted. So what you can do is upload it on private and turn on monetization. If you get an email that it says you were copyrighted for using this song in your video, re-edit the video with like different songs, different music, and that will be a lifesaver, because then you won't have to go through losing money that you would make on that video. I usually get the email, it's usually actually pretty fast, like maybe 10 minutes or something if there is copyrighted music in it. But if you don't get one of those emails, then just keep an eye out for it over like the little while, just to like be positive. I uploaded that morning routine like a week in advance. It was on private, but I had it up on YouTube just just to make sure, because I didn't want it to come up and be like, oh, like, haha, just kidding, like copyrighted, and then I'm like, crap, I need to go and re-edit this. So doing it in advance and then having it up on YouTube for a little bit helps a lot with making sure you're good to go. So the first thing you could do when you're trying to find non-copyright music is just look up non-copyright music in YouTube and search for that. But again, when you click on a video that says, oh, non-copyright music, if you go in the description and it has music in this video, you know that one or multiple, however many music in this video there are in the description, you know that those are copyrighted, whichever ones are in the description. So out of that video, do not use those ones. If you watch a bunch of YouTube videos and you're like, these people have some sick songs, like whatever that is, yeah, I want that. Like, hello, what is that song? But they don't have it linked in the description and you're like, dude, how am I supposed to find this? I have Shazam. This especially works when it's just music and no one talking. I found so many songs with this, so you just click Shazam and then it'll listen to it, and then just hold it up to the computer speaker and then it will hopefully like find the song. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, just because of how faint the song is, how loud, depending on all that stuff. Once you find songs you like, the next thing you're going to need to do is find a YouTube video converter. I use YouTube to MP3. So for example, if I want to use a song by Philip Morris, if I want to use his song, then I'll copy the URL from the bar above. Then I'll go to the converter and I'll put that in there. I'll just paste that and then I'll convert it, and then from there I can just click download and it's gonna download to my Safari and to my downloads. That will just go to your music in your computer or your phone, and I like to make playlists in my iTunes, and then from there I can go to Final Cut Pro and find the song in the album that I made where the music is stored. So like I was saying though, you can also do MP4. So if you have a video that is like overlay videos and stuff, I do this all the time where I will download that video and put it in MP4. So it just means you're gonna get the entire video, not just the audio. So make sure when you're trying to do music to just do the MP3, so that's all you're gonna get. When you're using this music, I definitely recommend you putting all of the credit in the description. I really try to do this because whether or not it's copyrighted, like you're still using someone's work. So it's probably actually best to like ask for permission, like email them. That's probably the best thing to do. But if you don't want to do that, at least give them credit for like their music. So a lot of artists, even that are like big for YouTube non-copyright music, they have SoundCloud. So that's what I do. I'll go on SoundCloud and find that artist and then link their SoundCloud. I'll make sure if you stay to the end, I'll show you some of my favorite music and artists. You can wait for that at the end. One thing that you should watch out for is people who have epidemic sound. So there are a lot of YouTubers who have epidemic sound, which I think is another great place. It's not free though, like thematic is free, but epidemic sound is like a monthly payment. What I would do is if you hear a song and you're like, this is so cool, this is so good, look it up on YouTube and check the description of like the topic video. If it says licensed by Epidemic Sound to YouTube, don't use it because it's gonna get copyrighted by Epidemic Sound, because Epidemic Sound has like purchased the song from the artist. You definitely want to watch out for that too, just to make sure that doesn't happen and you don't get copyrighted. One more thing that I'm just recently kind of diving into, so I don't have a lot of wisdom on this, but the wisdom I do have, the things I do know, I'm going to share them with you. I found something called thematic, which is where artists will say, okay, you can use my song in your video as long as you give credit in the description and, you know, link all the stuff that they ask for, and then you can use it. And then it's also helping artists because people are finding their songs. I only used it in one video, which was my 5 a.m. morning routine. The website was a little slow sometimes. The music they have on there, a lot of it is pretty good. It's hard to find a non-copyright song with someone like singing, almost like a pop song. That's a really good place to look for it. I've done that and I had a good experience. So now I'm going to show you some of my favorite songs from my favorite creators of music in the next slide and give you kind of a little preview. All of the songs will be linked in the description and you can kind of figure that out. So let's play the next clip of all of my favorite songs. One is the loneliest number that you'll ever do. Two can be as bad as one. It's the loneliest number since the number one.
What a wonderful world. What a wonderful world.
Darling, you send me. I know you send me.
Call yourself a free spirit, a wild thing, and you're terrified somebody's gonna stick you in a cage. Maybe you're already in that cage and built it yourself.
I said it before and I'll say it again. Life moves pretty fast.
It's not about personality matrices and charts. It's all about the bumps in your heart.
Oh, 1 mile in fog patches and showers early Friday, but improving to greater than 6 miles on Friday morning.
Stars shining bright above me. Night breezes seem to whisper
There it is, guys. I hope you enjoyed that. I have been wanting to do this for so long, so the fact that I can finally share a lot of things I've learned is great. Make sure to follow me on Instagram. Ring the bell, guys. Ring the little bell. I also have a vlog channel if you want to check that out too. Everything's always linked in the description. I also have other social media. Like I said in the beginning, I am making this a series. I'm super excited to be doing this. I think it's so fun. I hope this was helpful. I love you guys, and I will see you in my next video. Bye! Okay, can we talk about, I'm feeling myself right now. I feel like I look pretty good. Just saying. When I do my hair like this, it's like, oh, hello there. What's your name? Okay. Alright guys, bye.